Now we're looking at the ML20. This is a single point lock where it's not possible to use a multi-point lock within a door, and you only have the opportunity to use a small single point lock. This allows you to use 92mm centers, where allowing you to also use all the available multi-point door handles, which operates as normal as a multi-point lock would do, as in lifting the handle up, which throws out your deadlock, and then lowering that like you would do a normal multi-point. But again, these are just a single point lock, which are used for areas where you can't fit in a multi-point lock, but have the use of the multi-point handles. Now we're on the ML60, the family of locks. This is the widely used locks within the system. Now showing you the lever operated type of the lock, where we operate the top bolt and the bottom bolt and the deadbolt by lifting up the door handle like so, which will operate the top bolt, the deadbolt and the bottom bolt. Again, that's in its closed position there. As I open the door, those will be released. That's the top, bottom, top, deadlock and the bottom bolt. And again, if I lift that handle up on the door, these will shoot out the top bolt, the deadlock and the bottom bolt. That's the ML60. Now we're looking at the ML70, which is for the short doors. You have your central lock case. Your lower section and the upper section. This allows you to crop the top section, which reduces your height there, and the lower section, you can crop that one. This is down to a certain dimension with further information available for you. So I'll show you it again there. So you've got your lower section and your upper section, and then your central lock. This central lock can be reversed either way, and you can alter the latch by removing the screw at the back by turning the latch and then retightening the screw when you've turned the latch. Now we've got the ML60 with a radius end, key operated. This tool is representing the cylinder and the key, just to give you an idea how it works. So this lock is operated with the cylinder, which operates the top bolt, as you can see, the center bolt, the deadlock, and the very bottom bolt as well. And again, so that's in the lock position. To open the door, key wind again in an anti-clockwise motion to open the door. And you can operate this one with either the key to open that latch or again the lever on the handle. This is the ML130 key operated heritage lock. This tool here represents the cylinder and the key, just to give you a demonstration. So on this key wind, you operate this heritage key wind lock by locking it with the cylinder key itself. As you can see, the top bolt and the bottom bolt and the dead bolt in the center lock all projecting out when you lock the door. And then to open the door, you simply rewind those back to the unlock position, and then you would use your lever action handle to operate the latch. AV4, the family of locks, and this is for one of the slam shut type doors, and this is simply operated by the little lever here. So when you close the door, this little latch hits the receiver on the jamb, which throws the top and the bottom bolt. So when you close the door and it hits the receiver on the jamb of the frame, it throws the top and the bottom bolt, and then it's double locked then by throwing the dead bolt, which comes out here to secure the door in its locked position. You turn your key, which throws your dead bolt, and then to open that door you can either use the key to unlock that and turn that key also, which removes the top and the bottom bolts. And again, you can use the lever to do that also. Now we're on the AV4. This is the heritage version, and this is the slam shut. So it allows you to just close the door and the door to be locked. And to simply open the door, just use your thumb turn and the door will open. Now we're on the AV4 standard lock, which you can see. And then together to give you the idea of the heritage beside that, where the lock positions for the standard is in the lower section, as we would call the waist height, and then the heritage then is in sort of shoulder height. This gives you an idea of the difference between the positions of where the cylinders appear on the door, so which is on the heritage is the upper, sort of near shoulder height, and then the standard is towards the waist height. Now we're talking about the stable doors. This is the ML90, this is the upper section, and this is the lower section. The lower section has the roller catch. The lower section can be fitted just with a half cylinder or full cylinder with a scutcheon inside and out if necessary. And this is the upper section, which can be fitted with a lever handle. These allow you to use two separate sections and doesn't allow the interlocking, so you'll need an additional bolt to allow the two upper leaf and lower leaf to be connected. Now we're looking at the ML95, which is for the stable door. This system allows you to lock both leaves together, or also operating each leaf separately as you would do for a non-connected one. And this is simply the top section, which is here, like this, again croppable at the top to a certain dimension. And then we've got the lower section here, again croppable to a certain dimension, depending on the height of your doors. And if I can just show you how these connect. So using the lower section to connect the two leaves together. If I just show you the side section of those locks. And this section here, you'll have your normal cylinder and your lever handle in the top section. Now, the difference between a radius end lock and a square end lock. Here you can see the radius end, showing the radius around the faceplate of the lock. And introducing the square end is the square top pot. So we've got the radius, and then we've got the square end of the locks. Now we're looking at the ML60 size 1 and size 2. Here we have the ML60 size 1, and I'll show you the difference by introducing the size 2 beside it to give you the idea of what the differences are. So the locks are actually the same overall height, as you can see. So the total height's the same. And the lock cases are the same, and the lower bolts are the same. The difference on the size 2 is the upper chute bolt lock case is actually higher. So the size 1 is slightly lower, and then size 2 is introduced when you have a slightly taller door that allows you to do so. Hello, so now we're talking about the size 2 and size 3 with the multi-point locks. As you can see at the base, on this side we have the size 2, and on this side we have the size 3. At the base, the centre lock and the upper locks, they're all the same size, they all have the same setting out. The only difference on the size 3 is the additional lock, the deadbolt at the top, which gives you that added security on a tall door.